Today we locked the chooks out of here for a couple of hours and my lovely wife sprayed every green weed that you can see. Let's see what happens. Bloody marvellous. Hello. Welcome. Hi Pie. I hope you've had a bloody marvellous day. Things have certainly got away from us a little bit out the back over recent times. And so we decided in a joint meeting that we would need to get out there with the weed killer and just knock it all back. But we couldn't have the chickens there. My wife did a little bit of research and she discovered that if you could put the weed spray on and give it time to dry, it would be okay to put the chickens back in. So that's what we did this afternoon. And it's been okay so far. We'll just have to see how it goes and see how the weeds die off. So I woke up a little earlier this morning and quite fresh I felt. So I decided that I had a few things I needed to do of an administrative nature. I had to tell someone about hats and how to purchase them. And I had a hat to post out. And I wanted to get all of that done. So I got that done and got my hat ready to post out. And so I thought, well, I'll go for a little drive to post it out. And that's what you see here. I went for a wee, what we call in New Zealand, a tiki tour around Ngaruawahia. So I went through the main street a couple of times. I missed a particular turning and got a few things wrong. And I also headed off down to the point and went through there in each direction. And on the way home, I came down the Waipa Esplanade and back to home. So, something a little less familiar than what we're used to. So, I got home around midday. Now, the day started off beautiful. Actually, it was calm and hardly a breath of wind. But after about an hour or so, it got quite windy, and I thought, I wouldn't be able to get my drone up, so I needed to go and do a little bit of a drive around just to have some background to talk against. And then we decided that we would have a crack at getting these chickens corralled down at one end of the back section, and then we get in with the weed killer. My lovely wife did the spraying, and hopefully it'll kill off the majority of the weeds. There's some weeds there that probably won't respond to the weed killer that we used. It's essentially the ingredient that's in Roundup, but it's not the Roundup product. It's just the hyperglycinate or something like that. That knocks them all back. Does a pretty good job. So we'll see how that goes, how that works out. But all in all, bloody marvellous day. So I didn't put any yard work in there today, even though we did some weeding, and that took 2,962 steps. And the weight, 86.0. Nice. What type of fruit is shown here in the picture? Put your answer in the comments below the video, please. And yesterday's answer was chimney sweep's scrotum. Apparently a scourge of the Victorian era, as quite a number of chimney sweeps succumbed to a cancer of the scrotum caused by exposure to carcinogenic soot. And yes, it was one of the first ever industrial occupational diseases. Chimney sweep's scrotum. Who would have thought that? Well, Moz thought that because he was the first one in with the correct answer and takes the place on the Hall of Fame. Bloody marvellous. Thanks everyone for your support of the channel. Fuel legit. This has been a maureo presentation, recorded live in our studio at Ngaruawahia, Aotearoa, New Zealand, the land of the long white cloud, place where Kiwis live, in a paradise we like to call God's own country.